An office is not permitted to be stationed within an industrial plant motor control center. Motor control centers, or MCCs, are specifically designed to house electrical equipment that controls and protects motors, such as starters, variable frequency drives, and circuit breakers. These areas present potential hazards that are incompatible with office environments. Firstly, electrical hazards are a primary concern. Motor control centers contain high-voltage components that pose a risk of electric shock or arc flash. These risks are amplified by the presence of non-qualified personnel who may not be aware of the dangers or trained in safe work practices near electrical equipment. Secondly, environmental conditions within an MCC are often not suitable for office work. These areas can be noisy due to the operation of machinery and cooling equipment. They may also be subject to temperature fluctuations, dust, and other contaminants that can affect the health and comfort of office workers. Thirdly, safety codes and regulations typically prohibit the placement of offices within electrical equipment rooms, including motor control centers. These codes are designed to ensure the safety of personnel and prevent unauthorized access to electrical equipment. For example, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for the installation and maintenance of electrical equipment and spaces. These guidelines emphasize the importance of maintaining clear working spaces around electrical equipment and restricting access to authorized personnel only. Fourthly, the presence of an office within an MCC could obstruct access to electrical equipment, hindering maintenance and repair activities. The electrical workers need clear and unobstructed access to equipment to perform their duties safely and efficiently. An office in the way could create tripping hazards, block ventilation, or impede the movement of tools and equipment. Fifthly, locating an office within an MCC could introduce fire hazards. Paper, furniture, and other office materials are combustible and could contribute to the spread of fire in the event of an electrical fault. Additionally, the presence of office equipment, such as computers and printers, could increase the electrical load on the system and potentially overload circuits. Sixthly, security is a critical consideration. Motor control centers often contain sensitive electrical equipment that could be vulnerable to tampering or vandalism. Placing an office within an MCC could increase the risk of unauthorized access and compromise the security of the facility. Seventhly, the layout and design of an MCC are typically not conducive to office work. MCC are designed to optimize the placement of electrical equipment, not to provide comfortable or functional office space. The confined spaces, limited lighting, and lack of ventilation can make it difficult to create a productive work environment. Eighthly, the potential for accidents is higher in an MCC environment. Workers in the area need to be aware of electrical hazards, moving machinery, and other potential dangers. Introducing office workers to this environment could increase the risk of accidents and injuries. Ninthly, compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, regulations is essential. OSHA sets standards for workplace safety, including requirements for electrical safety, hazard communication, and personal protective equipment. An office within an MCC could violate OSHA regulations and subject the employer to fines and penalties. Tenthly, consider the potential for disruption. The operation of electrical equipment in an MCC can cause power outages or surges that could disrupt office work. This could lead to data loss, equipment damage, and decreased productivity. Instead of locating an office within an MCC, consider alternative locations that are better suited for office work. These might include separate office buildings, dedicated office spaces within the plant, or modular office units. Ensure that the office space is properly ventilated, illuminated, and free from electrical hazard. Additionally, provide adequate training to office workers on safety procedures and emergency response plans. In summary, an office should not be located within an industrial plant motor control center due to electrical hazards, environmental conditions, safety codes, access restrictions, fire hazards, security concerns, layout limitations, accident potential, OSHA regulations, and potential for disruption. Prioritize safety and compliance by locating offices in appropriate spaces.